Hello, everybody. This is the Glenridge Minute for Thursday and Friday, October 8th and 9th. Here's what's happening at the Glenridge. I have some very important interviews that I want to get to you, but there are still a few things that I want to make sure everyone knows about first. The new Glenridge Singers video is out. You can see it on channel 196 at 8 a.m., noon, and 4 p.m. every day. The singers did a wonderful job with this new video, so if you see any of them, please give them a round of thunderous applause as you pass. Now, the pool at the fitness center is now completely back open. Swimming is a great way to stay in shape, so get out there and use that pool. The annual Glenridge Art Show that was scheduled for this past April will now open October 17th. Please call Member Life at 552-5298 to sign up for your time to submit your artistic work. Please remember that the flu shots that are now scheduled for October 22nd and 23rd. For any questions regarding your flu shots, please call the Wellness Clinic at 552-5262. Now, earlier today, I did a few interviews with folks who are directly involved with our independent living member who has tested positive for COVID. I know many of you have questions, and we hope that these interviews will give you some answers. So, I'm here talking with Christina, who's our Director of Business Operations. So, Christina, I understand that we do have a positive case in the membership here, in the independent membership. Can you tell us any details about that? And can you tell us what the Glenridge is doing in response to that?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Because of HIPAA privacy, we cannot release any information relating to this individual. What we have done is reached out to every member who we feel has had direct contact with this individual and had them tested. Those test results should be back within 48 hours, and someone from our health center staff will be calling all of those members to give them their results.
So if we have an independent member who hasn't been called, that means that they weren't in direct contact with the member who is COVID positive, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if we do have somebody that maybe thinks they have symptoms, or they think that they were exposed to somebody directly off campus, what should they do?
They should contact Julie.
Great, I'll go talk to Julie. Thank you so much, Christina, we appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So I'm here with Julie Irvin, who's our Director of Health Services. We heard from Christina about how the contact tracing is done and how some testing was arranged for, but we want to hear from Julie on how the process worked, how the testing itself went, and how that whole process works.
Okay. Hi. Okay, so once we were notified that somebody had tested positive and the contact tracing had been conducted, we set up the testing to take place inside of the visitation tent out in front of the Kilty. Each member's information was loaded into the system. The kits were prepared. We brought them up, and then each member came in and was tested by our wellness nurse, Crystal, and then they were sent away. The kits were sent off last night, all of them overnighted, and we should expect those results back in about 24 to 48 hours from the time they receive them. Once we receive those results, somebody will be contacting each member who was tested to give them their specific result.
Super. Now, that was the people who were contact traced because of the COVID exposure that we had on campus.
Yes.
If somebody has symptoms, or if somebody has come in contact with somebody maybe outside of the Glenridge and they found out about it, what should they do in that case?
Okay, if somebody has symptoms or they've had contact to someone who's tested positive for COVID, we ask that you contact Crystal in the wellness clinic so she can schedule an appointment for you to be tested in your apartment.
Super. So now I'm going to go talk to Crystal, and we'll get the final end of this story to figure out how everything works.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Great. Thank you.
All right. So we've heard from Christina today about the contact tracing and how we took care of that with our positive COVID member. And we heard from Julie about the testing, but I thought it would be nice if we talked to Crystal, who's our wellness nurse and who actually did the testing, to find out a little bit more about what the testing requirements are and what you should do if you feel sick and what the symptoms are, and we can figure all that out. So I'm here with Crystal. So the first question for you, Crystal, is how did the testing go, and do you know when we're going to hear the results back from that, the people who were tested yesterday?
Well, the testing went very well. We did about 30 people. It usually takes about 48 hours to get results back, and I understand that things went really well. What we would like you to do, we'd love to help you with this issue. It's been a very scary time here for all of us. So the first thing, if you're concerned, I would like you to quarantine yourself right away. The symptoms that you would want to monitor for are a fever, low-grade temperature, sore throat, coughing, fatigue, general just not feeling well, malaise. Call the wellness clinic. Our number is 5262, and leave a message or talk to Isabel, and I will call you back. When I call you back, we'll discuss what you're feeling. We'll be asking you a couple of questions. Certainly if you have had a direct exposure or experiencing symptoms, we will act quickly. I will come to your home. We'll do your testing, and again, we should have those results within 48 hours. During that time, you should be quarantined, not going out anywhere, not to the mailbox, staying away from your loved ones. Really take that quarantine seriously. If you are just concerned and you may be not sure about what your contact was with someone and you would like to be tested anyway, we also have something set up that we can do that for you. Maybe not in your home, but setting up a program to meet your needs also.
Great. And for those people, they should still call you at,
Absolutely.
At 552-5262?
That's correct. Go ahead and give us a call, whoever you are, whatever your concerns are, and we will talk and meet your needs, whatever you need.
Crystal, that sounds so great. Thank you so much for taking such good care of our members.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Christina, Julie, and Crystal, for all that excellent information. Other questions that a number of folks have asked me today is, why aren't we doing weekly surveillance testing of independent members and staff? The answer is that surveillance testing is incredibly time-consuming, very expensive, it's reactive in nature, and it only works if it is done by everyone, and I mean everyone, every week. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. We would rather focus on the proactive things we can address, things like mask wearing, physical distancing, and meeting where appropriate and testing where appropriate if people have been exposed or are showing symptoms. Now, here's the Glenridge movie update. Thursdays at 2, we will be showing the very funny movie Best in Show. On Saturday, our musical series continues with Fred Astaire and Jane Powell in Royal Wedding. That's the wonderful movie that features the scene where Fred Astaire dances up the wall and onto the ceiling and back down of a hotel room. It also features the segment where Fred does a dance with a hat rack. He can make any partner look good. We have a slight change in the movie schedule for Sunday. We had planned to show the movie Enter Laughing, but we have been unable to get a copy of that movie. So we have substituted instead the Oscar-winning movie The Heiress, starring Olivia de Havilland, which she won an Oscar for, and Montgomery Clift. So come see The Heiress on Sunday at 2 p.m. Our birthdays for the week include Trudy Bennett, Harry Benz, Corinne French, Mary Ellen Jane, and Ruth Kagan. Happy birthday to you all. Today's hat came to me directly from Member Life's own Linda Steyer, who found this lovely hat in Helen, Georgia, while on vacation last week. Don't forget this coming Friday, Sweets on Friday. Some really wonderful stuff. As always, if you need anything, please call Member Life at 552-5298. Remember, it's up to all of us to get out of the house and flourish while keeping our campus COVID-free. So grab your mask, wash your hands, and go say hello to a friend. Bye-bye.